Welcome everybody to the Capital Football Show. It's a London thing, but this London thing is now a Qatar thing. And the reason I'm saying it's a Qatar thing is this is a World Cup of controversy. I'm sitting watching this game of football between Qatar and Ecuador. Now, the Ecuadorians scored a goal within 2.5 minutes of the game being played. Now, for the life of me, I don't know why this goal did not stand. It was disallowed. There didn't seem to be anybody offside. There didn't seem to be any reason for the goal being disallowed. But justice worked. Justice worked out in the end because Ecuador at the moment are 2-0 up against Qatar with half-time approaching. And I'm pleased with this because everything about this World Cup is controversial. To start with, I've never heard so much talk about gay rights and, LGB, whatever it is. I've heard so much about workers dying. And what was the opening ceremony for this World Cup? I remember in 1994 sitting down to watch the World Cup and I watched Diana Ross trying to kick a football into the goal in America. But I didn't see no opening ceremony. I'm used to seeing an event being put in place. But what I got today was when I switched on the TV is Shearer, Lineker and what's the name of the presenter on, I forget her name. The mixed race woman who presents football, I forget her name, the ex-Arsenal player. They're talking about all the things that are controversial about Qatar being in this World Cup. There's no opening ceremony. Even now, Matt has told me that he's gone past Finsbury Park and actual people are playing football over the park rather than watching Qatar and Ecuador. This is the World Cup, the biggest stage going for football. I'm not excited by it. I'm really not. There's an England game tomorrow. No one's really talking about it. No one. And this is the World Cup. Amazing. But having said this, I found out today that Ecuador, they're undefeated in 5 games. So if they win this one, it'll be the 6th game. Now, I'm just wondering, are Ecuador a good team? Or are they a surprise team? As the World Cup develops, we shall find out. They look a good side actually, from what I can see. And I've been watching it for the first half anyway. We're into injury time at the moment. I remember watching the Copa America where they only lost 1-0 to Brazil. All right, it was a very one-sided game, but it's still only a 1-0 loss. So as the World Cup develops, it'll be interesting. But could this be the worst World Cup in history? The reason I'm saying this is because A, no opening ceremony. B, the Qatarians, when they're they got this World Cup by dubious means. There's no doubt about it. If it was a normal process of how teams have been elected in the past, I'd be happy. But I don't know. I just hope, and I do hope, that Qatar get beaten. in every game they play. Because I don't think they should be hosting this World Cup. I've said it from the beginning. And I keep reiterating that. You know, there is no way that Qatar should have this World Cup. And as I'm seeing it, it's a one-sided game at the moment. You know, I'm glancing to take a look at it. You know, I've seen a substandard game of football from the Qatarians at the moment, which, if people are happy to see that, great. But I don't know. I don't know. Another injury. There's been a lot of injuries in this first half. It was mainly the Ecuadorian players that were going down injured, but now we've got a substantial injury to the Qatarian player at the moment. Oh, it seems a little bit of skill there. And it goes. Oh, that could have been a goal. That could have been a goal. I think a Division 2 forward would have scored from there. Oof, how did you miss that? I would have scored that. I would have scored that. I really would have. Well, that was just before half-time as well. So with half-time here now, it's still Ecuador 2-0 up. And it's Enu Valencia who's got both goals for Ecuador. He looks a good player. He really does look a good player. So, the England game tomorrow. I don't know too much about Iraq, or is it Iran or Iraq? See, that's how much I'm into this World Cup at the moment. I don't know whether England are playing Iran or Iraq. I think it's Iraq, but excuse me if it's Iran. I really don't know. I'm just listening to Gary Lineker talk at the moment with Alan Shearer and Alex Scott. That's who it is, Alex Scott. I couldn't remember her name, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to have the same glamour, the same personalities that go with the teams in this World Cup. It just seems like I have more joy watching a Premier League game than this opening game of the World Cup at the moment. I really would. You know, it doesn't have the same feel about it. You know, as I say, I'm not excited about this at the moment. As the games go on, then maybe I will. Maybe I will get into it, you know. Bits and pieces. It's bits and pieces. Oh, there was a bit of skill there by the Ecuadorian player. I mean, the goalkeeper for this disallowed goal, he was like a jack in the box. He was 1 minute he's here, 1 minute it's there. It's inferior goalkeeping. I mean, I still don't know why they disallowed the goal. The pundits don't know why the goal was disallowed. Every single football pundit is asking why that Ecuadorian goal was disallowed. Not one of them can say, oh, that should not have been a goal. So what is going on? Have they bribed the referee? Is the referee, you know, doing more favours for Qatar? I don't know. Yeah, there was a run on goal which Valencia did, where this is for the penalty. That's right. This is for the penalty. Definite penalty. Definite penalty. Very cool and calm the penalty was as well by Mr. Valencia. Very cool and calm.
from him to win the penalty in the first place.
Fantastic.
In this kind of situation, or playing in the Premier League for so long, you can see it. He probably is one of those.
What, they're telling me that Valencia played in the Premier League. I don't remember him. Does anyone remember Valencia playing in the Premier League? What did he play for, Man United? Did he, or someone else? I don't remember, but maybe someone can tell me. Ooh, it's a very good goal. Very good goal. Superb header just inside the corner of the net by Valencia, put Ecuador 2-0 up. Oh, that's a good goal. Very good goal.
I mean, it is unbelievable. It's actually crying out for someone to get on the end of it, and he did that. And there's nothing fluky about that at all.
In fact, I think he did play for Manchester United, this Valencia. But you're talking about maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I think he came on as a substitute for Man United in one game. Or he may have even started a game or two. If I remember rightly. Now, the Qatarians had a chance just before half-time where the ball came across, and I do not know how this guy has missed this open goal chance. I've looked at the replays and I could have scored it. I'm telling you now, I could definitely have scored that. Even at the ripe old age of gone 50, I would have scored that. Unbelievable. England, Iran. So, for all you Iraqi people, I apologise. I do apologise, because it's England, Iran tomorrow, midday. It's midday, it starts. England's first game. So, that's going to be interesting as well, because I've been told, just through the grapevine, that Iran have got a pretty credible side. I mean, I've never seen them play, so I don't know how the results have been, but I've been told by Matt that they're a reasonably good side. And Matt will be joining us next week for a podcast. So I know he's pleased because obviously Arsenal are doing well. Arsenal are doing well, which oh, talking of that, Thierry Henry, I saw your Puma trainers during the week, the same as mine. Now I put fat white laces in my Puma trainers, and I saw Thierry Henry with the same training shoes and the same fat white laces. Now, did you get that off of myself, Mr. Henry, or did you come up with the idea yourself? Bit of a coincidence, seeing as I am the only one that does that. Yes, but you are, Mr. Henry, one of my favourite footballers ever. It's a pity you play for that team down the road, the other North Londoners. You should have been a Tottenham player. I know you love Tottenham, really, Thierry. I know you do. You know, but yeah, it was a good look. It was a good look with the Puma trainers and the fat white laces, you know, because yeah, it's something that I do, and I've been doing it for years, you know, in the summer. So I don't know whether you saw me down the street or you decided off your own free will to do this, but I can honestly say I've never seen anybody else do it. But I saw you with them during the week, Mr. Henry. I saw you with the two Mr. Redknaps, Jamie and Harry, with your fat white laces and your Puma trainers. Yes. Oh, they've got Gareth Southgate on there now. The England football team warming up now. I keep saying that as well. And I mean it. I do not rate the guy.
On their travels this morning, the footage we're seeing of them.
I think the England game against Wales is going to be a difficult game because the Welsh have qualified for the first World Cup since 1958. And if you look at England against Wales, it's never predictable. I think there might be the odd goal in it, but it could go either way. If you get a fired up Welsh team and a depleted England side that are not firing on all cylinders, then that could be a major worry for England. And the USA are another team that people don't seem to realise. They've got a few players there. They've got Pulisic, Chelsea. They've got this guy that plays for Fulham, Reed, I think it is. You know, they've got Sargent, who's banging in goals for Norwich in the Championship. So, you know, they could be a tricky outfit as well. So it's not a foregone conclusion that England will sail through to the next stage. I'll be watching the game tomorrow against Iran, analysing the game, seeing who shines for England, who doesn't. Because Calvin Phillips, he's got himself in the England setup. He's only played half a game this season, as far as I know. I don't know how many games he's played for Manchester City, but I was told he came on as a substitute against Brentford, but he finds himself in the England squad. There you go. Now, a Welsh player in 1958 that played in the World Cup is one I'll always remember, Ivor Allchurch. I know I wasn't around in 1958, he gets mentioned a lot. Ivor Allchurch. Perhaps Gareth Bale can rewrite history during this World Cup. Who knows? And the Welsh may forget about Ivor Allchurch and talk about someone like Gareth Bale, because he's a legend. That's the first Qatarian footballer that I know, Al-Rawi. Al-Rawi. He'll go down in history, in my mind anyway. The good thing is Valencia's come out for the second half. It looked like he was injured in the first half after scoring the 2 goals, but he's back on the pitch. Oh. I mean, I expect better than... I've just seen a shot that was like scoring 3 points in rugby. You know, I think the guy must have forgotten, the Ecuadorian guy that shot that. I think he thought he was playing rugby, because that was 3 points. If you know, anyone would have been proud of that if it was at Twickenham. You know, substandard for substandard football for the World Cup. You know, let's get it right. This is a show that the whole world is looking at, and someone should be able to shoot a ball straight, you know, not go way up in the clouds, which is what I've just seen. Ooh, it's good ball in, where 2 Ecuadorian players were going for the ball and didn't make contact. I thought the 3rd goal was on the cards there. More injuries, more stops of play. Good ball in. Oh, great save by the keeper there. The Qatarian keeper has kept his side in the game with a fantastic save. Makes up for his jack-in-the-box nonsense flaps in the first half. Qatarian player has just gone in for a ball, and alright, he's a bit late with the tackle, but he's rolled over about 20 times, you know. Well, it was a painful one. It was a painful one. I mean, for an opening game of football, I've never seen so many injuries. You know, these players are dropping like flies. The latest one to be injured is Angelo Pesedo, an Ecuadorian player. Ooh, no, that wasn't bad. The ball was flighted in. The Qatarian forward headed the ball, just missed the goal by a whisker. Very good effort there from the Qatarian forward. I know another Qatarian football now Hassan. Hassan and Awari and Hassan. That's two Qatarian footballers I know now. There's no disputing the Qatarians are putting in a lot of effort into this. You know, as if they do get a goal, they deserve it just for the effort they're putting in. Yeah. Just going on to about this World Cup again. I've just been informed by Matt that some people are sleeping in containers, shipping containers. I mean, in 30-degree heat in shipping containers because they haven't got enough hotels. That says it all. It is just so corrupt, this World Cup. Unbelievable. There's another Qatarian footballer, El Hados. He's just being substituted. Probably Mohammed Wad is coming on. Oh, Muntari. There's another Qatarian footballer, Muntari. There's an interesting game coming up actually between Senegal and the Netherlands. Now, the person that was voted the second best player in the world this year was Sadio Mane. But I'm hearing now that Sadio Mane has been ruled out of the World Cup. So how is that going to affect Senegal's chances? I know Holland have got a very good side, but Senegal rely heavily on Sadio Mane. So that is going to be interesting. It's like how after you're looking at the Ballon d'Or, which I'm looking at this year, and obviously Benzema was Karim Benzema was voted the best footballer in the world this year. But as I say, Sadio Mane, the ex-Liverpool player, was voted the second best player in the world this year, and he's going to be missing for Senegal, and that's Senegal who are the African champions. You know, so what I still think is going to be a great game between the Netherlands and Senegal. It's just how much will Senegal miss Sadio Mane? See, it's not enough urgency in the play of the Qatarians. I mean, they get the ball, they hustle and bustle about their work, but there's not enough urgency in their play. Shoot! Another one that hits the skies, above the clouds. Another injury. I've never seen so many injuries in one game. They're dropping like flies. These are professional footballers. They should be fighting fit. Oh, it's Valencia. He's coming off. Oh. I've just seen a Qatarian footballer, Afif. It's another name that I can remember now, Afif. And it's quite appropriate for Qatar. Afif. Afif, yes. He's gone to challenge for the ball and just stepped on the toes of an Ecuadorian player as if it's part and parcel of the game, you know, no problem. The Ecuadorians are just playing with the Qatarians at the moment, you know, making them chase shadows. Oh! That should have been 3-0. Oh, they're saying he was offside, so that spares his blushes. Yeah, just offside, the Ecuadorian player. Just seen a very good effort on goal from Qatarian. It's very unlucky with that. A dipping volley, just went over the roof of the net. So there's 5 minutes of injury time, which is due to all the stoppages that have been going on. people dropping like flies and then getting up 30 seconds later. And it seems that Ecuador have just taken their foot off the gas. They're just making these Qatarians run around, and that's been the story of this second half. Just moving the ball, the Ecuadorians, passing it from player to player, making the Qatarians huff and puff. And that's the opening game of the 2022 World Cup over with. That is Ecuador 2, Qatar 0. And just to sum it up, there was a lot of effort put in by the Qatarians, but the Ecuadorians had them chasing around and had them chasing shadows. So, as I say, until next time, we'll see you again. It's the Capital Football Show, and it's the London thing.